All right, folks, back here, the Gamers for Life podcast, and we're talking about the last topic here for the day, and we're talking about NFTs, guys. Those things that we all hate, and and half of us don't know what the fuck they are, and we're gonna break it down here. So, I wanted to start with this article here from InputMag.com. They talk about Ubisoft doubling down on the NFT commitment. And then we can talk about everyone else who is not committed to it for a good reason. But we'll lead into that a little bit shortly here. But I wanted to read a little bit of this article. It says here in quote, December marked the beginning of the in-game NFT area for Ubisoft. The company known for the hit franchise like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. Tom Clancy's Extended Universe launched 3 NFTs called Digits within the ecosystem for Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Despite new early returns less than favorable, Ubisoft has doubled down on its position, citing that the wave of backlash has a major change for fans in an interview with Decrypt. The prognosis before launch was already damning, serving as a warning for things to come. As pointed out by Kotaku, the initial announcement trailer was aggressively unpopular among the fandom sometime after racking up over 40,000 dislikes. The total count became hidden, much to the comments' displeasure. And then let me just read a little bit more here. This last, some of this here. It says, while it's difficult to determine exactly how many people are playing these games across the board, examining current Twitch viewership, that's nothing to do with NFTs. I guess I'll just stop it to say, oh, here we go. So it says, so if NFTs aren't your thing, no problem. Stalker 2 devs reminded fans that its latest experiment is completely optional, saying that there are only fans for 3 meta-human NFTs so far. It's entirely possible that the gamers won't even notice the integration at all. I'll just stop it there with the end quote. So, God, where do we start here? Arthur, what are your thoughts about the NFTs?
So here's how I look at NFTs. I look at NFTs as digital Beanie Babies. That's why I see them. I have the green monkey with the red hat. I have the green monkey with the blue hat. And it's like, that's stupid. I don't fucking care. The other thing too is it's just microtransactions. It's just a new form of it's like if you had to simplify an NFTs, they're exclusive microtransactions. But they're the most minuscule differences. So they're advertising as if you buy this thing, only you have it. But they're the most minuscule fucking difference, literally to the point. I forget what game, it may be Ubisoft, it may be Rainbow Six Siege. Don't quote me. But but there is a set of NFTs of a set of armor, and they're advertising it. If you buy this, only you have that piece of armor. No other player has it, and the only difference is the number on the armor. That's it.
It's a black armor. Ghost Recon.
It might be, yeah. Because I want to say it was a Ubisoft one. It was like it's a black armor. So you have black armor with 001. Oh, you're the only one with 001. Oh, they have 005, and like that's it. It's just, so to me, it's like these are just on par or synonymous with digital Beanie Babies and microtransactions. You want a blue elephant wearing a red hat? You're the only one with the blue elephant with the red hat. Well, someone else is a blue elephant with a green hat. They're super different. That's how I see these.
And it's only a matter of time before it gets to the point where we have a slightly different red hat.
Yours
is it's a different kind of red now.
Yeah. You want a maroon hat? Don't worry, because that guy's hat's not maroon; it's burgundy.
Yeah, because it's very concerning to me too, because I feel like this is not only a loophole for microtransactions, but also a loophole for illegal things that they shouldn't be doing in the States. Obviously we talked about Arthur, how China's finally giving a shit, and telling their people they can't play more than X number of hours a day, and then we have Tencent, that's kind of like poisoning the gaming community, just buying every other company, and then just being the shitty people Tencent are.
You're just making them mobile fucking paychecks.
Yeah, and I'm worried about this because not just because Tencent's Tencent, but Square Enix already said they're into the NFT thing, and then sooner or later we're gonna hear EA's into the NFT thing. You know what I mean? So I don't think this is going to go away.
No.
but I'm really worried about the fact of just kind of like diluting the. I feel like I feel like I'm such an old bastard. I feel like I'm always trying to fight for the creativity of the art of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone wants to dilute the art of the game because of money. You know, we could release the entire game, or we could just do 70% of it. You know,
Here's
or
my
we see that
tinfoil-
later.
This is my tinfoil hat connecting the dots thing. I was happy that, and I was like happy and / laughing in the faces of like companies like EA, companies like Activision Blizzard. More than reason why you should laugh and shit in their face, for how much they've been pandering to like the Chinese / mobile market. Like again, that fucking Diablo game, that was a literal, that almost felt like a literal fucking joke of like this new Diablo game's coming out. It's only mobile, and the response to fans to their faces at BlizzCon was, "Oh, what? You don't have a phone? Fuck you! Your foundation was built on PC. Your foundation was built on PCs, and then eventually your integration into consoles. And to tell your fans at your own fucking convention, you don't have a phone. Fuck you." And that how much they pander to the Chinese market. So for me, it was fucking laughable that China shut down, how China as a government is shutting down the gaming industry. So now all these companies that pander to the Chinese market, there was a fraction of hope where I'm like, oh my god. All their pandering, both like creatively and financially wise, that may shift. There was a moment of hope where that may shift back into the Western market, or like you said, the creativity games. And now I feel like all these companies that used to pander to the Chinese markets for profit and mobile gaming, all this shit, now they realize, oh my god, we can make all of our shitty microtransaction money with NFTs. That's my like loosely connecting the dots. They were worried of how much money they're going to lose because of China cracking down on the gaming industry, and then how now NFTs provide this possibly new shitty source of income for these companies that used to pander to that market.
Yeah, no, well said. I definitely agree. What are your thoughts on this whole crazy stuff, Preston?
More dumb shit that's not gonna get used by people, because I still don't get NFTs. We even had the discussion on the music buds that how they're trying to have music in NFTs now. We're just like, whatever, dude.
Oh, and then also as for shameful cross promotion, be sure to follow the Music Buds podcast. Saturdays typically it comes out. The album reviews or the reviews of albums you've never heard of, hosted by Preston Bud. So be sure to check that out. A fun podcast that we do. So.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on there. How just like NFTs are like everywhere. I was listening to Young, because he's like the guy that I usually go to for like industry stuff, because he likes complaining. So
sounds like a match on my heart.
Like all the industry news stuff, like he talks about it. He's always on it. But it was brought to my attention by him, and it was just the whole. I think it was Ghost Recon or Ubisoft, how they were saying, oh, you can still get these NFTs for free, but I think you had to play like fucking 5,000 hours or some shit just to like get the NFT. And it was
Holy
like, so
shit.
Now you're using NFTs to pad gameplay,
right,
for people to like, oh, I'm going to stay on this game because I
Diluting
really
the
want
art.
this NFT.
Diluting the arts.
And it's like, didn't we learn our lesson with Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Where Bob Eisner had a fucking pimp slap EA. What the fuck are you doing?
And then,
yeah, it's like, why are we on? What was that?
You gonna fuck with
Money
my you gonna fuck with my characters. We don't care about them. You fuck with my money.
Yeah. And then I think Sega, they had NFT plans. They're backing out of it. Konami tried it too with Castlevania, the 35th anniversary, and it was like, bro, like, why? Just stop doing this shit. It adds nothing to the gaming community. It's all like selfish shit.
You know who I feel like would be the most successful at it?
Who?
Nintendo.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? People already buy stupid shit for Nintendo. If they present it in a cutesy way and Miyamoto's just hamming it up and you got Mario jumping around and shit, they could be the most successful NFT motherfuckers around.
And Nintendo likes their exclusiveness. Remember, Jarrell? Yeah. Hey, second busiest store in Southern California. Pikachu 3DSs. We'll give you 2.
Yeah, it's like, it's 2 for you.
And then it's like, I don't even know if Nintendo will be able to get away with it, because at some point everybody's just going to be doing the internet thing. They're going to screen record the NFT. They're going to screenshot the NFT. And what the fuck is Nintendo going to do? Sue every single person?
Like, it's like new lawsuit coming up 2023. Nintendo versus the internet.
I need that Supreme Court. I will watch that shit live.
No,
We're doing a live stream.
That would be horrible. You know why? Because the Supreme Court is not going to understand half the shit that's going
Exactly.
on.
Oh no, you're right. Oh my god,
dude. It's like dude, our Supreme
You opted
Court
into this, remember?
it's like
I didn't
Epic and
opt
Apple
into
all
any
over
of it.
again. Yeah.
When you downloaded the app, you opted into.
Oh, you didn't read all that. You didn't read all that shit that where we own your fucking soul, basically. Yeah.
God, Joel, the second you said the Supreme Court, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna take like 20 years for the Supreme Court to understand what the fucking NFT is. And it's like Epic
Shit,
versus...
people our age don't even fucking quite get it. 100%.
Yeah, we're still kind of like, can I get the Cliff Notes version?
Like that, again, that's my version. It's just digital beanie. And like, so it's like to me, like what it is, it's a digital Beanie Baby, and the why behind it for me, I can't think of the why other than being just a flex.
Yeah.
That's just a digital flex.
But it's like, but then what does that do to like the collecting side of the industry? You know, because people do this by themselves and without NFTs.
But now it's like now we're making this NFT thing like the norm, and it's like no, those are just a handful of people that we kind of don't like because they're fucking up the industry. It's like,
and it's bullshit collectibles. Like as somebody who collects stuff, it's like, why would I want this thing that I can't even physically touch or see or like put on display?
It's like it's like, ooh, I have a Castlevania wallpaper.
And then somebody comes to the house, takes a picture of it.
Yeah,
like, hey, look,
like,
yeah, they're gonna sell it.
Well, it's like, well, you better not fucking show it off because the second you do, and it's like, and screenshot.
Yeah, I feel like it makes more sense for the digital art community, but outside of that, I'm like, what? Why the fuck?
I remember
You know
how
what I mean?
hard and how fast the news was making about NFTs and gaming. Remember, Joel, I sent you a message of like, I feel like the last week of December, the last week of the year, and the first week of this year was nothing but NFTs. And Joel, I remember I sent you a message of like, why does it feel like to understand gaming news, I feel like I have to take an economics class? What's happening? Like, what the fuck is happening? Thankfully, Sega backed out. It's Sega backed out. I know there's people, and it's like people are saying, well, you can make money from NFTs, and it's like, from what I understand, the only way to make money from an NFT is to resell it. But again, it's like, okay, well then in that case, there's NFTs are a potential fad, because how it's like again, there's a reason why I use my Beanie Baby excuse or my Beanie Baby analogy. Beanie Babies are only valuable as long as we deem them valuable. Once the '90s ended, it's like, yeah, get your fucking stuffed animals out of the attic, dude.
I mean, I think when you're buying an NFT, when you're buying an NFT, yeah, exactly. Beanie Baby analogy makes sense. Reselling it, of course, there's going to be some monetary value there, and then even if you do sell an NFT, you're getting it through like Ethereum or like cryptocurrency. So it's not like you're getting direct deposited money. So then you have to decide, how you want to look at your Ethereum or whatever it is.
For the record, I don't know if there's the actual currency called Ethereum.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
I know. Ethereum is what I think you're going for.
Okay, yeah.
But my vast deference coin is really valuable.
Because I was looking up just for shits and giggles, like who is the richest digital artist, like right now, because that would, and if that person doesn't know about NFTs, they might want to know to be even richer. But it was like Damien Hirst, English musician. He has a net worth of 700 million. He's the richest digital artist. He was the richest digital artist last year. So I mean, I know he has his dick in NFTs. But yeah, when it comes back to gaming, like it's just exactly a loophole for microtransactions. Like, you know, there's a reason why there's 40,000 negative or 40,000 dislikes and many fucking negative forums on Reddit saying like "fuck out of here, you fuckers." You know what I mean? Like we just want the game, you know. So it's just like constantly, time and time again, we have to fight for the art of just the game. We just
and
want
then imagine if people like EA are doing this and then releasing a game that doesn't work.
Right.
Like,
like Ubisoft. like they already were like, I remember when Assassin's Creed Unity came out. The game, like that game was literally broken. Like like people were skeletons.
I was like, wait, I mean, you didn't have fun playing. You didn't have fun playing as as a pair of eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm just like, I just did a midnight launch. Like these people stood out here for hours, and they have to get to go home and look at like, what the fuck is
eyeballs
this?
with the hoodie on.
I think we had like 3 or 4 people return the game, like they wanted their money back. They're like, I'm not sorry.
That shit was always crazy. It's like, oh, the game doesn't work. Like, what do you mean it doesn't work? The game doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work for any.
Our problem.
It doesn't work for anybody, sir. You know, but I think just to not fuck up our NPS, but I think we're just like fuck it. Like we'll just mark it effective. Like I get it.
That's the thing for me is like these companies can no longer make money off of the Chinese mobile market because that source of income is closed, and NFTs come around. Oh, how do we exploit gamers and make stupid decisions to make money off of this? And again, it adds no creativity to the art. It adds there's no benefit to the genre or to the industry. It's just a fucking cash grab. And again, like kind of like for Preston saying, it's like there's like the collector side of things. That's fine. But like now this stupid collector side of things is becoming the norm or meta, and it's like, no, stop it.
I'm gonna say it better myself.
Imagine in the future when these games, like we've all seen plenty of games come off of digital markets and stuff like that. What happens when these games aren't being sold anymore? What happens when these games servers shut down? Yeah. It's like
Lego.
It's like you have to keep up the servers forever. You know why? Because my money is in that server. Like you have to keep up the server forever. You need to keep selling the game forever because I need to be able to go back to that game and show everybody I spent all this money on an NFT.
That's an interesting point, Preston. So if you have an online game, you buy an NFT, and then obviously servers. Yeah, because I remember what was it last year? Halo 3 servers were up and they went down. You know,
no, Halo 3, it's on its way out.
It's on its way out. Oh, okay, so yeah, but still, prime example, right? So imagine if that closes, you know, and then
Jump Force was on sale. I bought Jump Force on sale for $7 because that game's about to be taken off digital stores. So I was like, it just gives us a 2% chance. I want to have Naruto fight Goku. Yeah, fuck it. I'll pay $7 for that while I still can.
Right, but imagine like you would almost have to think that like these companies would have to pay out like cryptocurrency to those people or something. Like that's wild. Like,
no, they won't. They'll put one line of like, if our server shut down,
fuck you.
It's like if our server shut down, as a reminder, we're EA, and as we always say to ourselves, go fuck yourself.